Please don't forget to subscribe and comment. It was just past midnight. The city felt still, like it was holding its breath. I had finished my shower and slipped into my silk robe, ready to crawl into bed and scroll through my messages, when my phone buzzed sharply on the nightstand. It was a text from Jones Whisper, my boyfriend. Coming over. Don't sleep. We need to talk. My fingers tightened around the phone. My heart raced. He hadn't called me baby or sent any of his usual flirty emojis. That was unusual. Jones was always passionate, even when he was annoyed. We had a fire between us, crazy chemistry, endless banter, and intimacy that could melt steel. But lately, that flame had started to flicker. Our conversations had become shorter, and our nights less frequent. Still, I missed him. Badly. A few minutes later, headlights lit up my driveway, and I saw his black car pull up. I tied my robe a little tighter, quickly combed my hair with my fingers, and walked down to open the door. When I saw him standing there, my heart did a full somersault. Jones looked tired but breathtaking, black jacket, dark jeans, his strong jaw clenched tight. His eyes locked on mine like they always did, and even though he hadn't said a word yet, my body remembered him, remembered every touch, every whisper, every night we tangled in the sheets like we were made for each other. "Hey," I said, stepping back to let him in. He didn't respond. Instead, he walked in slowly, pacing toward the middle of the living room. I closed the door behind him and followed. "What's going on?" I asked, my voice a little shaky. Jones turned around suddenly and gripped my waist, pulling me into a deep, desperate kiss. His lips pressed into mine with a hunger I hadn't felt in weeks. I gasped against him, the shock melting into heat as his hands roamed up my back. I clung to his shirt, and when he finally broke the kiss, his voice was rough. "I needed to feel you before I said anything." My chest was heaving. "Say what?" He kissed me again, slower, more aching this time. He tasted like memories, like the heat of summer nights and the storm of winter arguments we never finished. Then he whispered, "I'm leaving tomorrow." I froze. "What?" "A long-term project. Out of state. 6 months. Maybe longer." The room started spinning. "You're just telling me now?" I asked, my voice rising. He nodded, rubbing the back of his neck like he couldn't meet my eyes. "I didn't know how to tell you. Every time I tried, I'd see you smile or hear you laugh and I'd stop myself. I didn't want to break the spell." "So you thought a midnight visit and sex would soften the blow?" I said, my voice sharp but my heart aching. Jones stepped closer and cupped my face. "This isn't a goodbye. I just didn't want to leave without one last moment with you. Jessica, you've been the best thing in my life. But I can't turn down this opportunity." Tears burned my eyes. "Then you're choosing your career over me. I'm trying to build something for both of us. You didn't ask me if I wanted to wait." The silence said more than his words. I backed away, my heart cracking with every step. But then he reached for me again, kissed me, and suddenly we were falling onto the couch, heat rising between us faster than reason. His jacket hit the floor, and my robe slipped open beneath his touch. I tried to resist, but the fire in his kiss undid me. "Jones," I moaned against his neck, but he kept kissing me like he was trying to memorize every part of me. He murmured, "Let me have this night." I gave in. Every movement felt like slow-motion passion. His mouth traced a line down my shoulder, his hands firm yet gentle on my skin. We made love like it was our last time, because maybe it was. I held him close, ran my fingers through his hair, and whispered his name into the dark. After, we lay wrapped in each other, my head on his chest, our bodies still tangled. But even the afterglow couldn't chase away the dread creeping in. "You don't have to go," I whispered. "If I stay, I lose the chance of a lifetime," he said softly. "What if I'm the chance of a lifetime?" Jones didn't answer right away. His silence shattered me more than words ever could. Then, slowly, he sat up, pulling away from me. "I have to go now," he said. I stared at him, stunned. "You're leaving now?" "I need to start early. Drive through the night. If I stay any longer, I'll break. And I can't afford to break right now." "You already did," I whispered, grabbing the robe and holding it tight around me. "You broke me." Jones stood, reaching for his jacket. "Jessica, I swear this isn't goodbye. It's just, see you later." "Don't you dare," I snapped, standing. "Don't you dare leave like this." He looked at me with those stormy eyes, full of guilt and longing, then walked to the door. I ran after him. "Jones, stop. Don't do this." He opened the door. "Jones!" I cried. "Please, don't go." He turned to me. My tears spilled freely. "I love you," I whispered. His jaw clenched. "I love you too." Then he stepped outside, closed the door behind him, and walked away. I ran to the door and threw it open. "Jones! Jones!" I screamed after him, barefoot and broken. I screamed until my voice gave out, until the cool night air stole the warmth from my skin. But he didn't stop. He didn't turn back. He left me alone, just like that. The street swallowed his car, and I collapsed on the porch, sobbing. For weeks, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying that night, the way he touched me, the way he held me like I was home, and then just walked away. I hated him. I missed him. I tried to move on, but no one compared. I tried dating someone else, but when he touched my hand, I flinched. He wasn't Jones. No one was. I stared at my phone every day, hoping for a text that never came. Jones' whisper had vanished, and all I had left was that night, a night so perfect, it felt like a dream or a curse. 6 months later, I had stopped believing he'd ever come back. I had boxed up his things. I had burned the scented candle he liked. I stopped listening to our playlist. And then one rainy night, I heard a knock. I didn't expect anything. I was in sweatpants, hair tied back, drinking tea and reading emails. But when I opened the door, it was him. Jones. Soaked from the rain, holding a single white rose. I gasped. "Jessica," he said, his voice raw. "I'm back. I told you I would come back." My legs gave out, and I leaned against the doorframe for support. "I couldn't stop thinking about you," he said. "Every night. I thought maybe you hated me. But I had to try." "I did hate you," I whispered. "I cried every night." He stepped closer, gently brushing a raindrop from my cheek. "I deserved every tear. But I'm here now. If you still want me, I'm yours." I stared at him for a long time. Then I pulled him in and kissed him like I hadn't kissed anyone in half a year. Like my soul had been waiting. We didn't make it past the hallway. The rain soaked us, but our bodies pressed together, hot, desperate, hungry. I tore his shirt off. He lifted me, my legs wrapped around him. He whispered my name like a prayer. My body remembered his every move, and his lips remembered every spot that made me melt. That night, we didn't hold anything back. Later, in bed, wrapped in blankets and each other, he whispered, "I'm never leaving you again." And I knew, finally, this time, he meant it. Because the surprising moment at midnight that once tore us apart had just brought us back together for good.